Hey, my friends. I think it's time to find your unique voice as a content creator, don't you? Let's talk about how exactly to figure out your voice so that you don't have to be like anybody else. Just be yourself. In today's day and age, everybody and their grandma, their mama, their kids, everybody is online creating content, whether it's short form content like on TikTok or Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, or long form content such as the videos like I create here on YouTube. People are online and creating content. But how do you stand out and how do you make sure that you are bringing the content that is the content that you are supposed to bring? I got a few tips for you because I've been doing this for over 20 years and I've enjoyed every moment of it. It has not been always easy, but I've enjoyed it, and I'll tell you why. The first thing that I had to do and that I suggest you do is to know your why. The only reason why I'm still here after 2 decades is because I understand why I'm here. Whether or not my circumstances look quite the way I want it to, meaning I'm getting the 5 to 10,000 views per video, or I'm making those 6 figures every single month, that is not what drives me, and it is definitely not the case for me. What drives me is my why. I'm happy to bring my content to the table because I know it's helping the audience that I wish to help online. So I recommend you do that. Find out what your why is. Why are you online and why are you creating content? Once you understand your why, it's going to make it a lot easier to keep coming back with more content and doing what you do. I recommend you make something like a motto or a mission statement. So what you'll do is you'll say, I help, and then the type of audience that you help. Then you'll say what you want them to do as a result of your help. And then you'll share how you help them do that. So for an example, you could say, if this is you could say something like, I help small businesses succeed through SEO strategies without relying on ads, if that's what you do. Or I might say something personally like, I teach creatives, solopreneurs, and mompreneurs how to create content in order to elevate their business. Something like that. I can always shorten it, refine it a little bit, tighten it up, but that's an example of a mission statement. And so that's something that you may want to consider doing so that you always kind of have this, why am I doing it and who am I doing this for in your back pocket. You always know what you're doing online. This is definitely going to help you with creating your unique voice online, because when you know what you're doing, what you bring to the table, you will never have to worry about why you're showing up and how you want to implement your knowledge with your audience. So we're still talking about finding your unique voice, right? So in order to know your voice, you need to know your audience and who you're speaking to, why you're speaking to them. So this is all about getting to know the people that you're serving. What are their pain points? What are the things that make them happy? What are the things that drive them to do what they do and to seek the knowledge they're seeking from you? So once you get to know who they are, you can better serve them. Part of what I do, and I've been doing more so recently, is creating a customer avatar. So I just have this little picture of someone that I imagine is my ideal customer, and I think of this person every single time I create content. So it's usually someone of a specific gender, and for me, usually women creatives, and I address their needs through my business. I help them with practical and tactical things such as search engine optimization, website design, podcast coaching. Those are the things that I address in the business sense. But my main goal is to empower and to motivate, inspire, and to keep you going along this entrepreneurship journey, because I know it gets hard. So in all that I do, that my main thing is empowerment and encouragement. So I have to address those needs through my content in a way that connects with the women that I'm talking to. And usually I address women that are in a specific space in life, who are experiencing certain challenges in life that are not easy to overcome, and also not easy to actually start some type of business or ideate for something that is bigger than themselves in the way of entrepreneurship, because it's just not practical. It's easier to go get a job when you're in a certain circumstance. And I guess what I do is to help empower and infuse the information and the knowledge that they need to get started, at least with the idea of having an online business while they are working through any issues and problems they might be having. So I like to be a voice for people who are searching for the right key and trying to find the right door in life. And I like to help elevate them and to illuminate the dark places so they can find their way out and into this world of solopreneurship that they've been seeking for a long time. So I have more of a passion to minister to the hearts and the souls of people who are hurting. And that comes a little bit from my religious background as well, and my spiritual place in life right now. All of this is kind of infused holistically into my business. But I recommend that you do some soul searching about why you're online and what you're trying to do and who you're trying to help and how you aim to do that. So this all comes about with knowing your audience and knowing your why. Then you want to look at your personality. Now, your personality is so unique to you that there's absolutely no way that you can be like any other creator online. So don't even try. Do not try to be like Marie Forleo or Amy Porterfield. And I love Amy Porterfield and I follow her content, but I could not be like her no matter how much I tried. And I admire her for just her warmth and her ingenuity, her genuineness, her practical tips, her approachability, but also her really high quality production. And believe me, I have tried on several occasions to do things a little bit like her, just because I admire her so much. But I quickly learned that that is not for me. And I love her for what she does, but I can't be her and I can't do what she does. I need to do what I'm capable of doing. I also love content creators like Leslie Samuel, who created Become a Blogger back in the early, mid 2000s, and is now the podcast host of, I believe, I Am Leslie Samuel or The Leslie Samuel Show. And I love him also for his warmth and his personableness. He's extremely down to earth, but he's also witty and humorous, which I lack. I don't have the humor that he has. And so it really brings an extra punch to the show that I don't have that secret sauce for my podcast or my videos because it's not part of my personality. So I'm just encouraging you to do what's best for you in your personality and bring what you can to the table and don't try to be like anybody else. So you don't have to emulate anyone, and even if you try to, it wouldn't work. So don't waste your time. Just be yourself. So take a look at your personality, do a deep dive and reflection into who you are. Maybe do an Enneagram or do some type of Myers-Briggs. Do something to really dig deep into who you are. How do you work as a solopreneur, but also how would you work in a team, right? So it's going to really show you a lot about who you are and why you behave the way you do. And then you'll be able to better function with others when you start bringing people on board. If you're not going to stay a solopreneur forever, you'll be able to figure out how you work well with others. Also, when you do guest interviews, whatever kind of content you're creating, it's going to show up in your content, the way you relate to others. So I know that for me, being an ambivert, mostly introvert, that I enjoy just kind of the laid back approach. I am a teacher and I am have more of an authoritative type of teaching style. But I do it in a way that I think hopefully is personable and approachable. And so I bring that to the table, and I don't try to be humorous. If I am, great, extra points, because I love humor, but I just can't figure out when to fit in the jokes. So I never do. And I just am who I am. And so when you start doing a deep dive into your personality and embrace who you are and accept who you are, then you don't have any shame attached to it, right? Because you've accepted it, and it doesn't matter, what naysayers or someone who doesn't appreciate what you bring to the table would say. You just want to keep doing what you do, because that's not only helping others, because there's people out there who need you and the way you are, packaged the way you are, but it also helps you to become more confident in your skin as you show up, and you don't have to try to mold yourself into anything else. It's going to take a lot of the load off, take the pressure off, and you're gonna feel relaxed the more you show up like yourself. So I'm loving bringing this kind of content to you guys. Let me know what you think about this video, if this has been helpful to you, and if you feel like this video has helped you to at least make a few steps toward finding your authentic voice as a content creator. I'd love for you to give this video a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't just watch, but subscribe. I love it when people follow because it's helping to grow this channel, and I really need for this channel to grow so more people can know about what I'm doing here. And I highly advise you to do the same thing once you start creating your content, to always encourage people with a CTA to like, subscribe, follow, leave a comment, those kinds of things. At the description box below this video, you will also find some extra resources and courses I've created to help you along your content creation journey. I also have a course called Content with Confidence to help you boost your confidence in creating your content. So I can't wait to share more with you in another video. And until next time,